Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw a haunted house. Start by drawing a horizontal line. This will be the ground that the house will stand on. Curve the outer tips of the line to create a hill. At the top, draw two vertical lines for the sides of the house. Don't make the lines perfectly straight. Make them a bit curved for a stylized look. Above that, draw a horizontal line for the bottom edge of the roof. Extend this line so that it's wider than the vertical lines. Draw a shorter horizontal line higher up for the top part of the roof. Close off the shape of the roof on the sides using sloping lines. On top of the roof, draw two vertical lines for a tower-like structure. At the top, draw a tall triangular shape for the roof on the tower. Make the sides of this shape curved and the top pointy. To the right of the tower, draw another wide roof the same way as the first roof. Use horizontal lines for the top and bottom and a sloping line for the side. Draw a vertical line on the right side for the base of the structure. Inside the tower, draw a circle for a window. Inside the small roof on the right, draw a small half circle for another window. It's okay if the shapes aren't perfect. Irregular shapes will give the house a spooky look. Draw a few more shapes inside the big roof for more windows. Make the windows different shapes and sizes. Use different shapes like rectangles, arcs, and pentagons to draw the windows. More windows will emphasize the lights when you color your drawing. Inside the main shape at the bottom, draw a big arc for a door. Draw a couple more windows on the sides of the door. Use a rectangle on the right side for a big window. On the top right side of the house, draw a big circle for the full moon. An easy way to draw a circle is to first make a couple of small marks to indicate the top and bottom edge of the circle. Connect the marks using a long vertical line to determine the length of the circle. Make a small mark on the halfway point of the vertical line. Extend the mark to create a long horizontal line. You're basically creating a big plus sign. Make a couple more marks on the tips of the horizontal line for the sides of the circle. Make sure that the distances between the small marks and the middle of the plus sign are about the same. Connect the small marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. If you're still having a hard time drawing a circle, it's okay to trace the outer edge of a lid, a cup, or anything else with a circular edge. Draw a few flying bats using small shapes. Draw a small circle for the bat's head. Draw angled lines for the top edges of the wings. At the bottom, draw small arcs for the lower edges of the wings. You don't have to draw too much detail to the bats, just use simple shapes for an outline. On top of the head, draw tiny triangles for the ears. Draw more bats within the shape of the moon the same way. Use circles for the heads and angled lines for the wings. Make the bats different sizes. The bats will be backlit by the moon, so don't worry about adding too much detail. Make the wings different shapes. You can add as many bats as you'd like. Now draw a tree to the right of the house. Draw the trunk of the tree using long vertical lines. Curve the lines for a spooky look. Make the bottom of the tree wide and then gradually make it thinner toward the top. Make the top of the shape pointy. Use a couple of curved lines to create the branches. Draw the branches starting from the middle of the trunk. Draw about 4 or 5 of these big branches. Make each branch wide at the base and thin at the tip. Make the shapes curved for a spooky look. Now draw shorter lines along the initial shapes for smaller branches. Make the smaller branches thinner. Use lines that are similar in shape to the letter Y. Draw as many of these small branches as you'd like. Draw a couple of small arcs on the sides of the tree for tombstones. Draw a few long lines around the drawing to create a border. Use a ruler to create straighter lines. And that's it for the haunted house. Now go over your final lines with permanent ink, erase the guides, and color your drawing. Add a few lines within the windows to give them structure. The next few steps will be sped up so that the video isn't too long, but make sure that you go over your final lines slowly and carefully to avoid any accidents. For more tutorials like this one, please visit EasyDrawingTutorials.com. Let me know in the comments what else you want to see me draw. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.